Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jack Chapman, and today I will be doing my presentation on the New Balance Run IQ watch. So this presentation will 1. Give a brief description of New Balance and the NB Run IQ watch, 2. Explore the internal influences, personality and motivation, and the external influences, demographics and group influence, and how they may influence the customer to purchase the NB Run IQ watch. 3. Segment the market and identify a target market for the NB Run IQ watch and describe it in detail. 4. Identify the benefits and limits the customer faces with the potential purchase of the NB Run IQ watch and how the New Balance have used the external and internal influences to impact their customer. 5. Provide recommendations to New Balance marketing strategy based on the findings of the presentation. And 6. Conclude and provide a brief summary of the report. New Balance is an American company founded in 1906 by William J. Riley. Originally, the company focused on orthopedic products and specializing in arch supports, before eventually expanding to become one of the largest sport companies in the world. New Balance products include cricket bats, shoes, clothing, sports accessories, etc. The latest product to be released by New Balance is the NB Run IQ watch, which was released in February earlier this year. The watch boasts an abundance of features including heart rate monitor, lightweight, Bluetooth, waterproof, GPS, time tracker, long battery life up to 24 hours, downloadable apps, connectable to smartphone, notifications when running, music storage, etc. NB Run IQ watch is an innovative collaboration with Android Wear, Intel, Google, and Strava. In order to understand how internal and external influences might affect possible purchase of the NB Run IQ watch, it is important to firstly understand the consumer decision-making process. The consumer decision-making process can be defined as a complex multi-step procedure customers undertake when deciding whether or not to consume a product or service. So from the image on the screen, it can be seen that there are 5 major steps in the consumer decision-making process, the first being problem recognition. Problem recognition is where the customer has a discrepancy between their desired state and the actual state. The desired state is what the customer would like, and the actual state is what the customer perceives as actually existing. In the case where the discrepancy between the actual state and the desired state is substantially large and significant, the customer will seek a way to rectify this problem. According to Quester, Neal, Pettigrew, Grimmer, Davis, and Hawkins in their book Consumer Behavior, 5th edition, desire to resolve recognition depends on 2 factors: the magnitude of the discrepancy between the desired state and the actual state, and the relative importance of the problem. If the discrepancy is large and the problem is not important to the customer, they may not move on to the next stage, which is known as information search. Information search is where the internal and external influences come into play. Internal influences represents the customer's ability to benefit directly from the product in question. One internal influence in particular that might affect the possible purchasing decision of the NB Run IQ watch is personality. Personality can be defined as the inner psychological characteristics that both determine and reflect how a person responds to his or her environment. So on screen here we have the 5-factor model of personality. 1 factor, extroversion, and the characteristics for that is prefer to be in a group rather than alone, talkative, bold, instability, moody, temperamental, touchy. Agreeableness, which is sympathetic, kind, polite. Openness to experience, you can expect imaginative, appreciative of art, find novel solutions. And finally, conscientious, which is someone who is careful, precise, and efficient. There are three types of personality theories known as the trait theory, Freudian theory, and Neo-Freudian theory. The trait theory is the belief that an individual's personality is made up from the many different traits that that person possesses. Different types of traits include outgoing, conservative, aggressive, placid, relaxed, serious, etc. Freudian theory. Sigmund Freud believed personality was biological and came from genetics and was developed through early childhood experiences. Neo-Freudian has been divided into three personality types: complaint personalities, loving, stick to brands they know. Aggressive personalities, power and success, usually most prestigious and expensive brands. Detached personalities are someone who is independent and not really aware of the brands. Marketers attempt to create a brand personality, or otherwise known as brand image, to associate their product or brand with certain human characteristics. Another internal influence that may affect the possible purchasing decision of the NB Run IQ watch is motivation. Motivation is the desire for a particular service, experience, or product. It is the determination to fulfill wants and needs, both psychological and physiological, by the purchasing and using of products and services. Perhaps the most famous motivation theory is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs states that all humans have similar basic needs which can be categorized into 5 levels of motivation: physiological, safety, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. It also states that the basic motives must be minimally satisfied before more advanced motives are activated, so working up the pyramid. Marketing director Dylan Lee, in his article Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs in Marketing, explains, by applying theories of psychology such as Maslow's, we can better understand consumer behavior and deliver more targeted and meaningful communications to our target audiences and employ different marketing tactics to reach them. External influences are factors that influence the consumer from the outside environment. One external influence that may affect a consumer to buy the NB Run IQ watch is demographics. Demographics is the structure of a population and includes many aspects such as population size, population distribution, income, education, occupation, and age structure. So looking at Australia, for instance, the population size is approximately 24 million. Population distribution is largely on the coast, and average income is about $70,000. So we can see from the graph that's on the screen that the population age in Australia is due to increase. This is because of the baby boomers, which will put more stress on the younger generations in the future for the cost of aged care and healthcare. Another external influence that may influence the consumer to buy the NB Run IQ watch is group influence. When making a purchasing decision, an individual will often look to their reference group, which is the group who the consumer compares themselves with or associates with. According to Joseph Sergi, an individual often feels as though if they make a poor choice in products, others will think less of them and fear being ridiculed. On the other hand, if they make a good product choice, they will earn their respect. This will often lead to consumers conforming to their reference group in terms of brands and product, even if it's not always what the individual's preferred choice is. For example, John is at a clothing store and notices 2 shirts for $50. One is the same brand that his friend Tom wears, and the second is an unknown brand to John. Although John prefers the second shirt, he buys the first one because of his friend Tom. Market segmentation is the process of dividing an entire market up into different customer segments. Targeting or target marketing is when companies target the specific customer segment that will most likely consume their product. The main types of market segmentation are psychographic segmentation, which is lifestyles, personality traits, interests, values, and attitudes. Demographic segmentation, which is income, age, gender, ethnicity, education, race, etc. Behavioral segmentation, the way a customer or population responds to use or know of a product. And geographic segmentation, which is continent, country, city, state, rural, urban, suburban, etc. The NB Run IQ watch is an advanced smartwatch and sells for approximately $450 Australian on the New Balance website. This suggests that the watch is aimed for people who are serious about their running and want to be able to track every aspect of their fitness and improve their running. It would primarily be aimed at members of the middle to upper class of society and people in the age bracket between young adults and middle age, due to young people not having funds and not as many old people participating in running. So on the screen here we have the segmented market for the NB Run IQ watch. So gender both, age about 25 to 50, religion any, race any, education level any, subculture, so people who are really into fitness and want to track their progress, and just runners in general, and social status would be the middle to upper class. A typical consumer profile for the NB Run IQ watch would be so this is Tom Mason. He is 40 years old, uses the NB Run IQ watch when he exercises to keep track of his fitness levels. Tom is a Catholic living in Chicago, Illinois, USA. Tom is an Anglo-Saxon male and is a middle-class citizen. Tom is a regular runner who participates in marathons mainly for the health benefits. He runs occasionally by himself, but usually runs with a partner or group of friends who also own the NB Run IQ watches. Usually does this about 4 days a week. Tom works as a full-time accountant and enjoys the lightweight and comfort of the watch when he runs. Personality is one marketing technique used by New Balance. One way they achieve this is through color. In this particular advertisement, the NB Run IQ watch itself is black and the entire background is black, which is often referred to human qualities such as sophistication, power, authority, and mystery. The unique feature icons are red, which is associated with feelings of excitement. Therefore, this advertisement is portraying that the NB Run IQ watch is a new, sophisticated, powerful, exciting watch due to its unique features that are not seen in its competitors' watches. Now looking at motivation. When marketing the NB Run IQ watch, New Balance target consumers in the fourth step of Maslow's theory, the esteem level. The esteem level is the need for attention, recognition, status, or mastery of competence of something. The NB Run IQ watch is a high-priced luxury item which appeals to esteem by positioning itself as a symbol of a person's status and something that people of a high status use/have. Consumers will purchase this watch to show others or create an image to others that they are of a high status and fulfilling their esteem needs. So now moving on to demographics. By understanding current demographic trends, marketers can base their product around these and generate a greater revenue. For instance, using income as a demographic example, according to Australian Bureau of Statistics, ABS, disposable income is at an all-time high of $288,166 as of January 2017. This means that now is a good time to release an expensive luxury sports watch, as New Balance has done, as people have more disposable income and are willing to spend more money. If disposable income was low, people would not be willing to spend high amounts of money on a product and will consider price over quality. Finally, looking at group influence. In the video advertisement shown at the beginning of the presentation, it features two women runners who run together using their NB Run IQ watch. Running can be a social activity with lots of people running in groups regularly. The advertisement triggers group influence, as when a customer who regularly runs with another person views the advertisement and sees the two women running with the watch, they will want to mimic this and have the watch for them and their running partner. So when the customer buys the watch, the likely result will be that their running partner will also purchase the same watch after being influenced by the original customer. Now looking at a couple of benefits and limits that the consumer faces when trying to buy the NB Run IQ watch. So looking at the benefits first, it is innovative technology. As mentioned before, the NB Run IQ watch has an abundance of features and collaboration with Android Wear, Intel, Google and Strava. Ambassadors. New Balance sponsors Olympic athletes such as Emma Coburn and Boris Berian, who feature in the NB Run IQ watch ad, which was shown at the beginning of the presentation. Reputation. New Balance has a strong reputation for making quality products and has been operating for over 100 years. Limits. One is the cost. It is a fairly expensive product, with the NB Run IQ watch selling for about $450 on the New Balance website. Strong competition. Although New Balance is a top of the market brand, it is their first smart watch and is competing with the likes of Apple, Samsung, and LG, who have multiple smartwatches, and consumers tend to be loyal to their brands. Evolving technology. Even though this watch is an innovative product, technology is forever changing and evolving, and it won't be long before a new watch is released with more features. There are two recommendations I would make to the New Balance's marketing strategy. The first would be to make the product more accessible to lower income members of society. This could be done by lowering the price of the NB Run IQ watch or by introducing a cheaper smartwatch with perhaps less features. The second recommendation would be to improve the aesthetics of the watch. The matte black casing, slim bezel, and perforated strap don't scream sports watch the same way that the LG Watch Sport or Huawei Watch 2 do, which means it can carry off looking like a normal watch when not in the sport tracking mode. As mentioned earlier in motivation, people will purchase the watch to fulfill esteem needs as they want to gain attention and recognition, but it is difficult to do so if the watch may not look sporty or pretty enough. In conclusion, this report has described the NB Run IQ watch as a watch with abundance of features including heart rate monitor, lightweight, Bluetooth, waterproof GPS, time tracker, long battery life, downloadable apps, connectable to the smartphone, notifications when running, music storage, etc. NB Run IQ is an innovative collaboration with Android Wear, Intel, Google, and Strava. It has identified the internal influences, personality and motivation, and the external influences, demographics and group influence affecting the possible purchase. The target market has been identified as 25 to 50-year-olds who are serious about their fitness and running in the middle to upper class members of society. This report has explained how New Balance uses influences in their marketing strategy. Benefits from the consumer's point of view include ambassadors, innovative technology, and reputation. Limits from the consumer's point of view include costs, evolving technology, and strong competition. Finally, recommendations to make more accessible to lower income citizens and improve aesthetics. So thank you for listening to my presentation. Thank you.